statute of limitations, self-incrimination, I'm sure you guys understand. Charlie's always making introductions, setting up a deal. My history with Charlie goes back nearly 20 years. Hundreds of adventures and thousands of laughs. There are a few stories that I can share with you. First, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the VIPs in the room. Recently retired Ed Hunter is here. Ed, thanks for putting pants on, and congratulations. I see that my good friend Bobby Roscoe Quirk is here. Don't let him sell you anything. He'll have you buying $100 tickets to a raffle for an organization that does not exist. Proving that restraining orders don't work. Charlie's son-in-law, Andrew Zimmer, is here. Love you, Zim. I once coached Zim in soccer. I was what, like 12? Something like that. Anyway. Someone left Dave Flynn's cage open. Where's Dave? Dave Flynn. Charlie's nephew. Derek Jeter is not here. The incomparable Caesar Tamayo is here. Where's Caesar? If you didn't know, Caesar and Charlie are life partners. They are inseparable. They go everywhere together. Although public restrooms can be a little awkward. I understand that Caesar's not going to roast today. Good thing. No one can understand a damn thing he's saying. We'll call it even. Caesar's kids are here. Craig, where are you?
I'm over here.
Thanks for getting a haircut.
Yes!
Chris, the firefighter.
Yes.
Keeps the citizens of Wall Township safe from all those 5 alarmers. I heard you didn't get to squirt the water the other night at our latest fire. Good job anyway. Caitlin. I don't really know you all that well, so I'm just saying, I feel your pain. Charlie's stepdaughters are here. Kimberly. Kim's pregnant. Again. Congratulations, Kim. And Nicole. Nicole's engaged, which means she's probably pregnant. Nicole, congratulations. Mike, now you know. And of course, last but not least, Saint Denise. I call her that because she suffered tremendously over the past... Charlie, how long have you been married?
20 years.
20 years.
It's a long time.
You know, Denise doesn't drink. Yeah. How could she? Charlie hogs all the liquor. Denise, you are a saint and a hell of a designated driver.
Yeah!
So down to Charlie chest hair.
Charlie chest hair.
Why do I call him that? Well, if you've met Charlie, you've met the incredibly sexy 70s porn star style coif of hair just below his chin.
Yes!
Had he not shaved it today, he inspired me to write this poem. Oh chest hair, oh chest hair, oh how I love thee. You wooed a young Denise and nearly had me. So manly, so sexy, and oh that smell. The poem goes on from there, but it gets a little personal. I'll finish it later when it's just the 3 of us. Caesar, where are you? Charlie's chest hair is truly a sight, poking out from under his turtleneck. You should see him try to eat with that thing. You can sell tickets. Legend has it that a little girl once hugged Charlie She was missing for 3 days. She's okay though. Therapy can do wonders. When I heard that Charlie would be roasted, I thought, what a perfect way to send him into retirement. The volume of available material is endless. My history with Charlie includes a lot of drinking, 18-hour Yankee game road trips, countless visits to whatever bar Charlie's favorite is this week, Blue Claw games where Charlie couldn't even tell you who was playing, a breaking and entering, again, the self-incrimination thing, can't really talk about that, and the infamous Snowed In with Flynn episode from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard the tale, I went to Charlie and Denise's to watch a Giant game. As the snow piled up, it became apparent that I was going nowhere. So I stayed the night. Good thing I did. The next morning, I shoveled out the residence while Charlie provided moral support, leaning on his shovel and drinking hot cocoa. I see the Parkway guys nodding in agreement. Had I not spent the night, that snow might still be there. If that weren't enough, we got this brilliant and unbelievably sober idea to save the world. We drive around digging out friends and family and help those stranded on the roads. We made it all the way to 18th Avenue, the street that Charlie lives on. Yes, life with Charlie is always an adventure. Most of them have centered around Irish functions, dinners, fundraisers, parades, and festivals. Charlie and I have been to them all. In fact, when Charlie was Grand Marshal of the Belmar St. Pat's Parade, Denise asked me if I could fill in for her at some of the events. So I was Charlie's first lady. Aide de camp, maid of honor, attending functions all over the state. Some of those times I'll never remember, and some of them I'll never forget. Filling the shoes of Denise is no easy task. All seriousness aside, friends like Charlie come along once in a lifetime. Thank God. He'd take a bullet for any person in this room, and probably should. Charlie, congratulations on your retirement. I wish you health, happiness, and many more adventures. You, my friend, are the best.
Thank you.
You're the best, Charlie.
One more thing before I hand the mic over. The picture up front is part of my family's gift, and what we're hoping is later on, maybe after the roasters, feel free to come up and write a small, and I mean small because it's a small picture message, as the night goes on, maybe around the trim on the outside. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna crucify now.
Yes. Wait, set up.
I was told that Charlie and Denise have been married for 20 years. Denise, I feel so sorry for you with this guy. Thank you again, Kurt. That was great. Now go sit down for a while. Too long. Get back here. Here are some advice for most of you marriage. Marriage is like a deck of cards. In the beginning, it's all you have is 2 hearts and a diamond. And by the end, you wish you had a club and a spade. Okay, no, it's not funny, but give me a break here. Okay, speaker number 2. Mr. Will Ferrell, please come up. Oh, you think you're going to get off that easy?
Am I done now?
For now.
We're gonna eat. Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. I'd like to thank my senior night dog, Tom. He's the only dog that's been on his hind legs for 30 years. Well, Danny O'Hara, who the hell's Charlie Flynn? And now I gotta, oh man, gee, I'm at the wrong part. Oh, I'm sorry. What's his name again? Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Oh, okay.
Ask the bartender.
Well, Charlie, I knew you over like 20 years. And the first time I met you, when I owned the bar, Eye Pockets in Jersey City. You and Steiny were all staying after getting on a foreign load at other bars. When he first came into my bar, I said, "What do you want?" He went, "Bleh, bleh, bleh." So I had this Puerto Rican over here, Manuel. I said, "Manuel, what's he talking about?" He said, "I don't know, man. I never heard that language before." So I said, "Steiny, what's he want?" I said, "All right, you guys get out." So I threw him out. 3 weeks later, he comes back. "I didn't realize you worked for Colgate's." He smelled great. So he came in and I said, "Listen, Charlie, my bathroom got backed up. I need somebody in air freshener in there. Can you do that?" He said, "I'll do it for a 6-pack. I gave him a 6-pack. He goes in the bathroom. Guys are coming out and say, "Willie, where'd you get this fragrance from?" I said, "It's Charlie Flynn." He says, "Well, where can I buy him?" I said, "Give him a 6-pack, we'll go anyplace." So Charlie poked his head out and said, "Hey, Willie, can I come out?" I said, "Charlie." He said, "I got nobody to talk to." I said, "Charlie, here's another 6-pack. Okay, I'll talk to the wall then." But Charlie, after all those years, man, I'm at a convention. And I'm saying, I recognize this voice. And the bartender's cracking up. So I go to the bartender and I said, how the hell do you understand this guy? He says there's 4 counties. Bushmill, Jameson, Irish Mist, and Tahul. I said, all right, give me a line of that stuff.
Tell him I do.
And yeah, thanks, Charlie, you remember that one. So I said, give me a shots of those. Like 4 shots later, me and him were talking. Yeah, I remember that time. But then, like I said, Charlie, all kidding aside, you're a good guy. Even in Jersey City, all the memories. Just want to say one more thing, Charlie. This is the first time I heard you speak English in 30-something years.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. Oh, hold on.
Number 4.
Okay, gentlemen, raise your glasses. Here's a toast. Gentlemen, here's to our wives and girlfriends. May they never meet.
Nothing?
Oh, wow, tough room. Okay, it was supposed to be Mr. Brown coming up, but not today. Mr. Chris. Oh, this is going to be good. Tamayo? Tamayo?
You say Tamayo, we say Tamayo.
I crucify names.
There's more of those coming up, so get it right, pal.
Hello.
It's working.
Hi, my name's Chris. This is really hard for me. But I'm here to tell you all that I am actually friends with this man named Charlie Flynn. I'm happy to tell you that I am in with Flynn.
In with Flynn!
I am in with Flynn. Charlie. I get to know Charlie on a very personal level.
Really?
Charlie lived, well, the reason at a very personal level is Charlie's life partner is my father. So I don't know if that makes Charlie my father-in-law or my stepfather, but whatever it is, you must all understand the reason Charlie is together with his life partner today is because of me.
Tell him about the hand truck.
The hand truck!
Yeah.
The hand truck! We must speak about the hand truck.
if you all take a second and just step back to 1994, I believe Clinton was the president, the Gulf War was over, the economy was up and up, and Ace of Base had a hit song, and then I saw the sign. And you know what? That summer, I saw
The sign!
the sign.
You did.
I did see the sign. His name was Charlie Flynn. Now, let me paint a picture. At that point, I was 12 years old. I didn't have many friends.
Young and impressionable.
I lived, exactly. And I lived in this apartment complex, and I rode my bike around, not with friends, and it was okay. Now, a normal 12-year-old would see a seafoam green Chevy Lumina ATV. Now, if you don't remember what that was, Chevy, for a few short years, made a minivan. But it was not the Astro van. It was a really ugly looking one with a front, that nose on it, that was like 7 feet. The windshield was about 6 feet long. Well, up into the Glenville Heights apartments pulled up the seafoam minivan. And the only thing, now as an adult, looking back, now that I have children, that minivan should have said, free puppies and candy. Walked out of that seafoam green Chevy minivan, walked this man. A much younger and complete with the official child toucher mustache. Any normal 12-year-old at that point in his life would have ran and called the cops. I didn't have many friends. I was just hanging around the Glenville Heights apartments. So instead I walked up to this nice gentleman because I saw him carrying all these heavy boxes into his apartment. And my father, his life partner, the junk collector, has more things. If you need a telescope, he's got 3. If you need a torch, he's got 7. You need a crescent wrench of an odd size, he's got 14. Just pull them up. He had a hand truck. So me and the hand truck walked over to this creepy guy in the seafoam green Chevy minivan and said, "Sir, my name's Chris. Can I help you?" And what do you think he said? Of course, free labor.
Hey, he said, "You want a beer?"
Charlie moved that day. Besides all his odds and ends, I assume later on now in life, I realized he had gotten kicked out of Jersey City. Obviously. Because, you know, at this point. So, in his seafoam green minivan, I specifically do remember he had milk crates full of free weights.
Yes.
And as you can see, to this day, Charlie Flynn still uses these free weights.
He's pumped.
Right in the face.
He's pumped.
So the hand truck moves on, and as the night continues, I promise every one of you, if you step by that bar next to Charlie, and anybody who's ever drank with us, Dick, where are you? You've had to hear the story 1,000 times, that every time, Harry too, every time we drink together, my buddy Chris, the day I moved in, he brought that hand truck and helped me. Everybody who knows that story knows exactly what I'm talking about. I can sit up here all day and tell you stories, but I will tell you this, what Charlie taught me. Charlie taught me 2 very important lessons about holidays. First off, Christmas, yes, Christmas is important, but Christmas is about something else very important. Drinking beer. Drinking beer to the point where we have now made an official holiday. It's the Friday before Christmas where Charlie comes to my house, dressed as Santa, entertains my children, we put the children to bed, and then we get drunk together. Merry Christmas. You're scheduled still?
Yes.
Thank you. Good. Charlie also talked about St. Patrick's Day. See, us from the Colombian nation didn't really understand the St. Patrick's Day thing. But now I know about St. Patrick's Day. There's a parade, and you get drunk. And I'm good with that. For you guys from the Parkway, if you remember on a Friday, and you were wondering why Charlie, remember when you learned to drive the trucks? You got changed over to learn how to drive trucks. Yeah, you remember this.
Tractor time.
He still doesn't know, but he's better than he was. On a Friday, he couldn't back a trailer up. But on Monday, when he showed up, he could at least do it adequately to get his job. But does anybody want to know how he learned that? He came to my house, hopped on my Craftsman mower, with a trailer behind it, I set cones up, and for 6 hours and 2 tanks of gas, Charlie went forward and backwards, and forward and backwards, and forward and backwards. As funny as that is, what makes the stories better, and as Charlie is my neighbor in the Glenville Heights apartments, taught me the very most important lesson in life about your neighbors. Drink with your neighbors. So of course, when I moved out to Howell, I began to drink with my neighbors. So my neighbors actually come home from shopping, are weeding their garden and watching this guy backwards and forwards, and backwards and forwards. and call me on the phone and say, what are you doing over there? And they'd already met Charlie at that point, and I just said, it's Charlie. And they left it at that. My in-laws also, but that's a story for me. I could keep going, but the one last story I do have to share, and this is my favorite story of Charlie, you know, and it means the most to me that I was the guy that you called. It was October 22nd, 2009. About 7 p.m. at night. I work a lot, but this is the one night I actually had them all off. I was home with my kids and my wife. My cell phone rings. And, you know, I was upstairs, so I walk up, maybe I'll call for work, and look down, it's Charlie. Why is Charlie calling me at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night? Ah, all right, check the voicemail. Play the voicemail. And this is what I get. And had I known I was doing this tonight, I would have recorded it, because there's no way that I can really depict the emotion in his voice. Or is it something to this effect? Chris! Chris, it's Charlie! I'm stuck in a ditch! Call me back! What the heck? So I play it again, like, Kat, my wife, come here. Where's the speaker? Listen to this.
She wanted to kill me.
Chris! It's Charlie! I'm stuck in a ditch, call me back! Kat, I gotta call him back. She's like, for one night we're home together. Kat, something's wrong, I gotta call. Hey, Charlie, what's up? Chris! I'm stuck in a ditch! I'm running across from your house! I hit a hay bale! You gotta get over here! Charlie, you hit a hay bale? No, it was in the road! I went around it, and now I'm in a ditch! You gotta come over here! Where are you? I'm on 547 by Victory Road! Alright, give me a minute.
How are you, Joe?
Alright, Charlie, I'll be there in a minute. Are the cops there yet? No, I called you first! Alright, just give me a minute, I hang up the phone. What the heck am I gonna... Alright, I have a pickup truck. So I called my buddy who lives around the corner. Hey, let's just get some rudimentary stuff. Let's get some tie down, some wood, let's see what we can do. It can't be that bad. So I throw all the stuff in my truck, about 5 minutes away. As we pull up, the aura of red and blue lights are shining across the area. At this point, the Howell police have been called for some sort of traffic obstruction. Shit. So we pull up, park the car in a safe spot. There's Charlie's Toyota. Half cocked off the side of the road, with the belly of the car half in the ditch and half on the road. Oh yeah, and the hay bale. It's in the shoulder, so I don't know how he hit it. So I walk up and, you know, I'm trying to be like, Charlie, what happened? Chris, just get me out of here. Did you call a tow truck? No, I called you. So now I look and I'm looking. There's no way we can get him out of here. So I meet up with the cop, you know, being a fireman, I give my, hey dude, what's, you know, he's like, you gotta get this guy off the road. Well, I can't, so you gotta call a tow truck. So, but Charlie, I can't help you. There's no way I can get you out of here. We gotta call a tow truck. So I, of course, take pictures, send it to my brother, my sister, my father. You gotta see what the mess I'm in with Charlie. But anyway, so now the tow truck pulls up. And I don't know where this tow truck guy got his education. Maybe he completed 5th grade. I don't know.